Till then, you can introduce yourself in the chat. From which,
While you
yeah, I'm saying that till then, you can add on from where you have joined your name so that we can also understand from where all we are. I'm from Noida.
I am from Kalyan, Maharashtra.
I'm from Vapi, Gujarat.
Good evening. Good evening.
From Hyderabad. Very nice.
Hi, I'm Sunita Manchanda from New Delhi.
Hello,
Hello,
Welcome,
Payal.
Sunita.
nice to,
Nice,
nice to meet
really
you.
good to see you.
Same here.
And if possible, please put on your videos. We'll love to see your faces. I can see some familiar names also. So let me just. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sunita. Hi, Vilma. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Bhavani from Bangalore. Priya from Mumbai. Rama from Bangalore. Rakhi from Kalyan, my place. Rajni. Hi, Rajni from Mumbai. Priya from. Okay, and sir from Hyderabad.
Hello, Kanika. Hello, Dr. Priya. We
Hello,
all are
Manpreet.
energized and yeah, we all feel very energetic to see you all here.
Keep sharing your names and from wherever you are.
Hello everyone and all the best to all of you.
Thank you,
Kanika.
Kanika. I think we should start. It is.
Yeah. If you could reshare the login ID and password in the group, there are a couple of people who can't join. Yes, so we should begin. I would love to see a few more faces before we start. So quickly, whosoever can switch on their cameras, please do. I'd love to see all your faces so we have an interactive session. And I'm sure you'll gain much more when you switch on your cameras. So quickly, I give you a minute, quickly switch on your cameras and then we begin. We are 40 in the room right now and I just see two lovely faces. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Sunita, for switching on. Thank you, Vilma, for switching on. Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Manpreet. A few more, please, before we begin. Quickly, quickly. All right. I hope I see more faces as we move forward. So yes, good evening, dear teachers and educators. A very warm welcome to this special training session. My name is Simona George. I'm your trainer for today, and I'm delighted to be here with two inspiring co-trainers, Megha Saxena Valvi and Payal Gupta. Together, we'll be walking you through a journey of understanding children, not just as learners, but as growing individuals navigating different stages of life. I want to begin with sharing a heartfelt thank you to Deep Parenting and especially our mentor Manish sir for his constant guidance and support. It is under his inspiring leadership that we are able to bring to you this program today. and definitely more to come. His vision continues to remind us together that we can impact lives far beyond the classroom. So, on that note, I'll say we often talk about lesson plans, curriculum, and marks. But beyond every mark sheet is a child asking silent questions like, am I good enough? Can I trust? Who am I really? So today's session is about all the silent questions and about how we as teachers can be the answers children are searching for. So today we are going to understand Erikson's psychosocial development explained simply for teachers. Also, we are going to learn mentoring and
एक
counseling
बार पूछो
skills.
जरा बेसिक से क्या प्रोग्राम है
Could you please mute yourself, everyone? Thank you so much. So we are going to learn about mentoring and counseling skills that make teachers not just educators, but life guides, thus helping us to walk away with practical strategies which you can apply in your classrooms immediately. Before we dive into today's session, let's talk about the person behind the theory. That's Erikson. He was known for his groundbreaking work in the field of psychosocial development, where he showed how both psychological needs and social interactions shape us. In fact, one of his most famous contributions, I'll say, in his book, Childhood and Society, published in 1950, where he introduced us to the 8 stages of psychosocial development. That's from birth till death. Each stage, he explained, is defined by a unique challenge or a crisis that ultimately shapes who we become. And that exactly is our goal today, to understand these stages in simple, practical terms and see how, as a teacher, how, as an educator, we can identify and support these psychosocial needs in children. We'll also be exploring mentoring strategies that will help us move beyond just academics and truly shape lives. So, as we begin, I invite you to keep an open mind, listen with empathy, and hold on to your questions until the end. We will definitely be addressing them in our Q&A. Also, as mentioned, this is a certified training, so please stay with us till the end. We will be sharing an attendance form where you will be entering your details for your certificate. So certificates will be shared within 10 working days. So we request your patience. Without much ado, let's dive into the fascinating world of Erikson's stages. And to start us off, let me hand over to our trainer, that is Megha Saxena Valbi, who will walk us through the early years of development. So over to you, Megha.
Thank you so much. Thank you to each and everyone who is here in the room for being present here today. Thank you, Simona, for laying the base for the discussion. And I am also thanking God today by giving me the opportunity to tell you all teachers, come on, open your books and make some notes. कैसा लगा teachers ये सुन के खुद को you have to make notes today, because I'm sure you will get some valuable nuggets that I think you can refer as and when you meet and deal with your children in your classroom. Okay, so let us keep an open mind. Like here she said, there are 8 stages, and each stage starts from birth till the end of life. And in each stage there will be a question raised by the child, and how the caregiver, how the parent respond to that question makes the personality of that person, how that child will learn, how the child will behave in the world, how he will act going forward. So hence each stage here to understand is very relevant for all of us. So first let us begin with the first stage. Like I said, it starts at birth. Now, as soon as a baby is born, he is dependent on his parents and caregivers for everything, feeding and sleeping and cleaning themselves, moving from one place to another. And what they do is, to get this thing done, this need fulfilled, they cry. Now, how a caregiver responds to this cry of, for this need when they cry, that determines whether I can trust the caregiver. So this happens as soon as the baby is from day one, every single day, every single need when he raises a cry, how it is met with by the caregiver, by the parents, whether it is kindly, whether it is timely, whether it is done out of, frustration. What is the environment that is there at their home? Are they using kind words? Are they using helping words? So all these behavior of the parents, of the caregivers, not only the parents, but there are grandparents, there are, nannies, there are uncles and aunties in the family who take care of the baby. So how it is responded, that determines whether I can trust the world. Yeah, whether, if I cry, if I ask for something, whether it will be fulfilled at the same time, or whether it will take some more time. So they the question here is, can I trust? Can I feel secure in this environment? Can I feel secure in the world around me? And can I feel safe all the time when I am with these people, when I am with these, parents and caregivers? Can I feel safe? And how it is responded, that determines either it can feel safe or trust or, secure, or they can feel mistrust ki, nahi, I cannot, I am not taken care of well, I am not feeling secure here, I am feeling all the time fear, I cannot trust people. Now, why is it relevant? Why it says that it is develops only up to 1 year? Then why do I say it is relevant also for us teachers? Because this trusting or not trusting a person begins at every stage. At every new relationship that a person has, he is going to test, can I trust this person, or is that person going to meet my need? So my dear teachers, yes, when you get a child in your classroom who is not easily trusting, who is, very fearful, is not, he is very insecure by nature. So maybe you can now understand ki at this stage, when he was 1 year old, this stage, there was some defect in this development that happened in the first year of that child. And for us teachers, what we can do is smile, greet them with, warmth, allow that tantrum to pass away, deal with them with patience, because now they are making a new relationship with you, and you as teachers are going to stay with them for a long time. So that trust can again be developed, that trust or mistrust or the hope. Okay, one of the virtue that we get developed in this stage is hope. Hope that the world is nice, that when I am doing something, I will be taken care of. So you teachers can create that hope in the child's life. And so meet them nicely, greet them with a smile, and give, be predictable emotionally when you are dealing with them. Show them that you are consistent in treating that child. So that is how you can, help that child in trusting the world going forward after you have met that person. Agree? All are with me? Does it make sense to you? Please type yes in the chat box. Is it making sense? Are we getting some chats? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now we go on to the next stage. It says autonomy versus shame. Okay. Now the child is 1 year old, 1 to 3 years old. He is now learning how to walk. He can walk on his own. He can talk on his own. He can eat on his own. He can, select toys. He can do certain things independently. He is developing autonomy in his day to day life. And खुद की ही चीजें करने की कोशिश करता है वो. He is trying to be independent. And this, when he realizes कि I am able to do, and when he is trying all these new things, autonomy जब वो develop हो रही होती है, so there is no holding back. that is happening with him. He is not being lazy, or he is not thinking that I am not going to, try these new things. I don't want to be independent. He really wants to be independent. He really wants to do those things by himself. And at this stage, if it is not met, if the parent or the caregiver is not allowing him to do those activities on his home, maybe because they think that he is too young, or maybe he is uh, to be pampered or more, or they think that he should be taken care of for a little more, few more months, he should not be doing this, whatever it can be. It might be out of love. But if the parents have not realized that at this age they have to encourage autonomy, encourage independence in these children, and they can be made fun of or shame of, develop the sense of shame कि शायद मैं independent नहीं हो सकता हूँ, I cannot do my own things by myself. So this can instill a false thing that I cannot do things on my own. And if it is taken care of well, that is when the child is encouraged, is appreciated, is allowed to do certain things on his own, the virtue that they develop is we call as will, determination, the purpose. They feel that I can do anything. And say they understand that if I start something new, if I want to do something, if I put my mind up to something, and I can do it, I can be independent, I just need a little more practice. Okay, so this sense gets developed at this age. The will to do certain things, the virtue of will gets developed here. So, my dear teachers, when you come across at, there are many, I'm sure there will be teachers who deal with playgroup schools and playgroup children. So, you may find children there who are wanting to eat by their own, but because you don't want to see the mess or clean the mess, you help them. Or they are wanting to read or play on their own, they want to do play a board game by their own rules. So all that, if it is happening, we need to allow them, encourage that I want to do this myself, and avoid shaming them even if it is taking a little more time. And this is how a teacher can allow that autonomy to build in that child. Also, I also feel that when you as teachers are getting to know about these concepts, you can also guide parents. You may find some parents who are not allowing that kind of independence to their children. You as a teacher of that child can again guide the parent. All with me? Shall we go on to the next stage? Thank you. The next stage says initiative versus guilt. Now, this happens when the child is between 3 to 5 years. He has already learned how to walk, talk, eat on his own, toilet train bhi ho gaya hota hai. And now they are very active. They are bursting with new ideas. They want to do new things, and they take initiative. They want, and the question that is, am I good at taking initiative? And whether this question is dealt with by the parent, how determines whether they will be independent, they will be, will have any purpose in their life. So that is what is the outcome of this development stage. It is the purpose. Okay. So what is initiative? They are trying to do, they want to play a new game. They will invite people, they'll invite other friends, and they may be playing that game not right. So at that stage, if the parent is stopping them, giving them too much of instructions, making them, giving a lot of corrections from time to time, that they develops a sense of guilt in those children. They may feel कि I thought of this idea, but this idea is not good enough, or I am not old enough to make certain decisions, I am not good enough as of now. So this guilt can happen if the initiative is not encouraged. Okay. They will now, if the parent is not behaving or is not accordingly allowing that initiative to happen, there can be guilt, there can be hesitation to do new things, and there will be a fear of trying new things. And this happens at this age, we understand. But now this will go on till a long, till he gets old, he grows up. So it is very important that at this stage we allow him to take initiative. And as teachers, allow them, whoever is raising hands, allow them to, give you the answer, nurture initiative. And then if there are mistakes, of course they'll need correction, they'll need guidance. So guide them respectfully, guide them with care, allow that initiative. So this is what, and why? Because at this stage they will develop a sense of purpose, that if I do certain things, I will get, there can be a result out of this. Or the purpose is enjoying themselves, or out of their curiosity they are wanting to do certain things. So all these virtues get developed when their initiative, their intention to do new things is nurtured with love, care, appreciation, and encouragement. All with me? Going ahead? Give me a yes. Are you making notes? Thank you. So this is still, they are at the age 3 to 5 years here. Now when we go to the next stage, which is 6 years to puberty. This is a little longer period. And puberty now, I have not written a perfect year, because now it can be 10 years also, it can be 13 years also. So till the age of puberty, this stage remains. And this is called industry or competency versus inferiority. अभी तक ये जो बच्चा था was, can I trust the world? Then can I do things independently? Can I try new things, and whether I am allowed to do new things? He has grown up from hope to will to purpose. And now he is here to develop his forte, his skill. He now, and by industry here, we means he wants to try certain things that he knows he is good at. But then the question arises, the thing that I like, the thing that I feel I am good at, whether I am truly good at it. So how will you nurture it? By showing them appreciation, by allowing them to do new things, by supporting them with whatever hard work they are doing. So the question first here is what they do by these children. They work very hard. They are, they think of certain thing that they need to do, kuch naya unhone karna seekha, and it is a project, it is not just a game or a play. They want to, and they are in schools, so just for example it can be an exam or a project work or some activity or some sports that they are trying. They do it with an intention of getting it, um competing in it, getting a good feedback, winning it. So that is the purpose, and that is how they now work with hard work, with a structure, with a sense of achieving a goal. So this is all going on in their mind. And if it is not nurtured properly, if it is not encouraged, then what will happen in their mind? They will feel inferior, and they will start feeling that I am not good at. Because abhi tak unke man mein aa raha tha ki I am good at, this is my forte, this is my skill, I want to do this. And this came into my mind. This was my idea. But if he is not encouraged well in time, then he will start feeling that I am not good enough. So this is what happens. This is what we call as industry versus inferiority. So as a teacher, here you praise their efforts. They are putting really hard work. They are working, putting in efforts. You have to praise them from time to time. And what destroys them is comparison. So no comparison here, because ऑलरेडी वो लोग कम्पीटेंस मोड में होते हैं कि हमको कम्पीट करना है, हमको अच्छा करना है. उसमें इफ दे आर कंपेयर्ड एंड जस्ट बाय देखो उसने कितना अच्छा किया, लुक एट द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ दैट हाई परफॉर्मिंग ग्रुप. So all this causes a lot of distress in them, and they will stop doing what they had initiated in the first place. So no comparison at all, and teach them self-regulation. This is very important because at this age, they only know how to do things and they are only working with their passion, with their brain. They do not know how to control their emotions or how to, control their impulses. So you as a teacher will be the perfect guide to teach them self-regulation and also help them be responsible in whatever they are, trying to do. So this understanding this stage that they are venturing into industry, venturing into, competing world, venturing into something that they want to show and, take it forward in their life. And that is where you as a teacher can play an important role in seeing to it that they do not feel inferior at all and they are encouraged from time to time. Before moving on to next stages, we can I would also like to tell you the difference between initiative and industry, because that question even I had got कि क्या फर्क है, initiative भी वही है कि trying to do new things, industry भी वही है to trying to do new things. No, the difference here is initiative is just play, just out of curiosity, बस कुछ नया करना है and वो करने देना है उनको. And industries, they have a goal in a mind, they are doing it to compete, they are doing it to achieve something, they want that kind of an appreciation from teachers and parents. So this is the vast difference, and you can see that how this develops from industry and this stage, they develop the sense of competence. So now we have moved on from hope to will to purpose and now to competence. I will now at this is the first 4 stages. ये अब puberty तक था. I would like to say that इसके बाद में ये सब smooth चल रहा है. After that, what happens is teenage आ जाता है, and I'm sure everyone here will agree, right? कि सब गड़बड़ होने लगता है when teenagers teenage में आ जाते हैं. Please type your yes if you think that आगे का थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो सकता है. How to handle that? How many of you want to wait and see what happens when it is teenage? Right? So you all agree it is going to be different. So let me invite Simona. She'll take us through the next 4 stages. Over to you, Simona.
Thank you, Megha, for taking us through those crucial early years, I'll say. And now let's journey into the later stages of life. That's from teenage years to late adulthood. Each stage brings new questions, deeper challenges, and more complex relationships, I'll say. So, as teachers or mentors or guides, our impact continues well beyond childhood. So, starting with the next stage, that's stage 5, which is from teens to early 20s, we can say. It's called identity versus role confusion. So, as we all agreed right now, this is where all the problems begin and, all the confusions begin. So, think back to your teenage years. Remember that mix of excitement and confusion, say, trying new looks, new hobbies, different friends, groups, even changing your mind every few weeks. That wasn't just teenage drama, that was actually identity formation. Uh, every adolescent in your class is silently asking the question, who am I? So, adolescence is when hormones, peer pressure, and self exploration collide, creating what Erikson called an identity crisis. If unresolved, confusion can persist into adulthood, even the 30s or 40s, leading to uncertainty in careers, relationships, and self concept also. So, on the other hand, if you see clarity during this age, that is 13 to 22, is a golden window for opportunities. Early clarity can channel energy and creativity very productively. So let's take the example of, say, Malala. who found her voice as a teenager advocating for education, or say Ritesh Agarwal of Oyo Rooms at 17, just at 17. So they are not mystical prodigies. They simply found their clarity very early in age, and they focused on their energies. So early identity is equal to early achievement. On the other hand, we also meet a lot of adults in their late 30s or 40s at times who still ask, am I in the right career? Is this really meant for me? So, that unresolved identity from adolescence, that is what it is. So, for instance, say many professionals returning for reskilling or career shifts later in life illustrate this kind of delay. Um, just a small story over here. One student explored poetry, sports, and debate in the same year. Instead of dismissing him as confused, his teacher said, "It's wonderful you're trying new things. You'll discover what excites you most." So, that simple encouragement eventually led him to his passion. Imagine if that teacher labeled the child, or a lot of parents also do that, as indecisive. He might have stopped exploring altogether at that point. So it's very critical, I'll say, that hormones plus peer pressures intensifies the child's self-doubt. So students at that point look at teachers for reassurance. Friendships and peer acceptance, becomes their central mirror for identity. But teachers can model belonging inside the classrooms. So this is a window to channel the energy and curiosity which they have towards a purposeful exploration. So delay in this clarity is equal to regrets later, and slower progress, missed opportunities. So I'll say here, teachers create a classroom culture that values explorations rather than, quick labelings. Using affirming languages such as, tell me more, I want to understand your perspective, or it's okay to feel unsure, we can figure it out together. Or say, you don't have to decide everything now, let's try one step at a time. So provide that exposure to them, encourage participations, I'll say, in sports, arts, or say just volunteering for projects, anything. So that will give them a chance to explore what they really aren't aware at that point. And also facilitate peer collaborations and teamworks to build identity through these relationships. And when deeper confusions arise, guide them to the right support. Say like school counselors, or if it's career related, then career coaches or mentors. So that will give them a pathway, you can say. They will understand better where they need to move. The greatest gift, I'll say, we can give teenagers is the space to find themselves. So at this point, I'll say pause and reflect. Each teacher over here, I want you to reflect. Are we giving students that space, or are we boxing them and, we are labeling them? This is a very important point. I'm not trying to pinpoint at anyone, and I'm not trying to prove a point here, but it happens sometimes knowingly, unknowingly. So labels here are very powerful. And when we call a student lazy, average, or naughty, they don't just hear a comment at that point. They internalize it as their identity. So, but a simple shift, in your dialogue, that is, say, suppose you say, I see your effort, or you're improving, plants that seed of belief for them. So, as teachers, our words today can literally shape who students become tomorrow. So, at this point, take a moment and think, And I want you to make a note of this also, because every point that you'll note down from here and whatever Megha has also shared earlier, it will help you reflect and help your teachers, help your students navigate better. So think, have you seen students experimenting with multiple interests? And how do you usually respond to this? Be very mindful about this, that we see it day in and day out. Even as parents, we see it day in and day out. But our response really is not always what the child is expecting or what the way we should. So reflect on this, and how do you usually respond to it? And try to reinvent from there, I'll say, and try to make that switch or change your dialogue and see how it shifts for the child. So stage 5, I'll say, is not rebellion or drama, it's exploration. As teachers, when we create safe spaces, listen without judgment and guide with encouragement, you help students answer the most important question of their lives at this stage of life is, who am I? So I hope I am clear up to now. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, or we'll move on to the next stage. If you're clear, then please type a yes, a Y, it's fine, and we can move on.
I
Yes,
have a doubt. You told it is stage of exploration, but current education system, we
ma'am.
don't allow them to explore. It is just pressure. You have to get 95%. Even if a parent is ready to explore, teachers are not ready. If parent is ready, teachers are not ready. How do we manage this?
That's exactly why we are having this session, and we are sharing with you at this point that we need to change our approach. As teachers, we understand that academics, marks are important, but each child is not the same. So we need to allow them to explore. Because if they're not good in one thing, if they're not good in math, they'll definitely be good in something else like art or some creative field or something. So unless and until they explore the possibilities, they are not going to reach their goals. And that is where, you see the downfall. So exploring is very important, and I'm sure a lot of teachers also know this and are implementing it. But the whole idea of this session only is that we understand our ways. Sometimes we do know and still we are acting because we are supposed to do it, and then sometimes it's unknown and we do it unknowingly because that's the way we are taught. So we need to change our ways of dealing with children for the betterment of them.
Children we can deal, ma'am, but with elders, adults, if we have to deal with teachers or parents, how can we convince them? They're not ready to take that exploration stage. They're like, they're in 10th, they're in second pu, without science. What will they do with music? What will they do with arts? It is of no use.
This forum only, ma'am, has maximum teachers, and they are actually listening to all of us at the moment. And they are also learning. And as I said, it is not with all the teachers. There are a lot of teachers today giving options to children because they realize that what is the child's potential, what are they good at. And those who aren't able to identify or with such sessions, that's the whole idea behind such sessions, that they realize that we need to give the child the opportunity. So spread this word, I'll say, to end this, spread the word as much as possible. If you feel there are teachers such, please connect them to us also, so we can guide them with such theories, because these are proven theories which we are right now sharing with you. So we will definitely guide them in the best possible way.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. So that takes us to the next stage. That is stage 6, which is 20s to 40s. It's called intimacy versus isolation. So I'll say again, go back to your 20s and 30s. For many of you, it was the age of, say, friendships, love, partnerships, or forming deep bonds. This stage asks the powerful question, can I build close relations? So at this stage, you're identifying your relations. You're identifying intimacy. So intimacy, what is intimacy? Forming close, trusted bonds with partners, friends, or colleagues. It doesn't have to be only physical intimacy. And when we say isolation, isolation is feeling disconnected even while surrounded by a lot of people. So the effects of isolation we have seen is that depression, anxiety, long-term risks like cognitive decline, heart diseases, and other health concerns. So sometimes people live together, but they lack that true intimacy. So teachers here may not directly teach, I'll say, 20 to 40-year age children, but you guide students who will soon enter that stage. So by modeling this teamwork, collaboration that we spoke about, and empathy, you prepare them for the adult intimacy instead of isolation. When you assign a group project and celebrate teamwork by saying, say, I loved how you worked together, you are normalizing the healthy relationships. And that sentence can make students value connections over isolation. So let's take a small case of here. A university once introduced mentorship circles where students supporting each other's projects. When what started as just as an academic help turned into such lasting friendships for them. So students later shared that these circles which were created were the most transformative part of their education. So that is also intimacy in action, where they are creating bonds, they are creating relationships. So I'll say encourage collaborations inside classrooms, teamworks, build the foundation for their intimacy later. Remind students that relationships matter as much as their achievements, because our focus these days are more on achievements, which later what suffers is their relationships. So relationships matter as much as achievements. Model respect, listening, and empathy. These skills ripple into adult life. Also share with students that even busy, engaged people who stay connected, through projects, hobbies, or communities, often protect themselves from isolation. So you need to be engaged in some kind of activity. Keep meeting people that will, help you in coming out of isolation. And reinforce to them that intimacy doesn't always means only romance. It's not only physical intimacy, it includes friendships, partnerships, and supportive networks. So this is how as teachers you can build that, uh, build it for them. Of course they are still studying, but you will build it from year on for them. So without connection there is no growth. And intimacy is the soil, I'll say, where trust and resilience grows. So, when we say isolation, isolation isn't just loneliness. It quietly harms both the mind and body. The saddest part I'll say here is that many don't even realize that they are lacking the intimacy unless and until they feel that deep loneliness within. So, by teaching the students the joy of collaboration today, we gift them a future where intimacy protects them from a silent isolation. I want you to reflect here and think that, of a time as a teacher when group work or collaboration helped your students feel more connected. And if it has not happened so far, I urge you to have such group activities and projects for helping them to build a base. And also note down that how did it affect their learnings, because the more we reflect, the more better we can help them. On that note, I'll say intimacy. So in this intimacy stage, it's not just about romance, it's about belonging. And as teachers, when we encourage collaborations, empathy, and healthy friendships, we are doing more than just teaching subjects. We are teaching students how to thrive in these relations and avoid the danger of isolation. So that takes us to the next stage. I hope you all are with me up to here, and I'm clear. Yes? Some yeses in the chat? Yes, yes. Okay, great. Yes. So now, by the time we have entered our 40s and 50s, our question shifts. It's no longer just about who am I, can I build relations, but it's instead, am I contributing to the world? This is the generative versus stagnation stage. Okay? What we mean by generation? Generativity is contributing to family, students, colleagues, or society. And when we say stagnation, stagnation is about feeling stuck or feeling purposeless or say disconnected, which can lead to mental health vulnerabilities. Contribution here doesn't just mean, earning money. It's about leaving a legacy, raising children, mentoring students, guiding peers, or engaging in community work. So in some developed countries, rates of stagnation are higher because people retire or stop, contributing very early in life. But in India, extended family systems and, social roles often keep people more engaged and offering natural opportunities for generativity. So if you see, what is the age, you feel you start, getting free in life? It is not, I'm sure, not before 50, 60 year of age, 60, because, you have first children, then you have their school, then you send them to college, and then marriage. So that is how the Indian culture moves forward. But in other foreign countries, they retire very early. So that's where they face stagnation. Women, I'll say, maybe at higher risk if they are qualified but not engaged in any meaningful generative activities. So, as educators and as coaches, we can play a role in helping women discover avenues to contribute, whether through teaching, mentoring, or any creative, project. It doesn't have to be only monetary wise, it can be anything creative. One teacher I know who began informally mentoring new colleagues and sharing classroom strategies and listening to their struggles. Years later, those colleagues said her mentorship shaped their careers. So she may have not, received a formal award or she gave them formal mentorship, but her contribution in their lives, and she was their teacher. So that's generativity also. That is, that it's just an example I gave you to explain to you what is generativity in action. So recognize your daily teaching as, generativity. You are shaping the next generation. Support colleagues by sharing wisdom, mentorship, create, that ripple effect. Encourage women, teachers, or parents in your circles to engage in meaningful projects. Help them channel their skills into contribution. Small contributions like encouraging works, sharing resources, guiding a peer matters as much as big as achievements. So, uh, in the words of Robert, I'll say we rise by lifting others. So, generativity doesn't always mean grand gestures. Sometimes it's just that 5 minutes conversation that stays with someone for life. So, contribution is a mindset, not an age bracket, right? So, at this point, I'll say take a moment and think who in your teaching journey has mentioned, you have mentored or guided or supported. How might you have contributed or still impacted them today? Today, go back and take that 30 seconds and jot down, I'll say. What have you contributed to a student or colleague recently? And I'm sure you must have done, knowingly, unknowingly. It's just that we don't think about it too hard. We just take it as a part of our job. So it could be as small as even listening or, as big as mentoring. So notice how even that small act is a thread in the larger fabric of generativity. And you will also feel very good about yourself when you think about it. So do this. And on that note, generativity, I'll say, isn't tied to age. It's a mindset. So the focus shifts from what can I achieve to what can I contribute. And as a teacher, your life in this stage, every single day, through every lesson, every word of encouragement, every life you touch. So be there for the students. And I hope I'm clear up to here. That takes us to the last stage. Yes. Are you with me? Please. Yes or no? Am I giving too much of information or too little information? All right. So this is the last stage. And the final stage of Erikson describes it as one that often comes later in life. But in truth, we are building towards it every single day. The key question here is, do I live a meaningful life? Let's reflect on life. If you see meaningful contributions, it's your integrity. And if you not, it's despair. So that is what this stage is, integrity versus despair. Integrity brings peace, wisdom, and fulfillment. What does despair bring? Regret, frustration, and say bitterness. So you need to know to keep generating through creative work, service, or shared wisdom throughout life to maintain your mental health. Once a school invited retired teachers to share their life stories with graduating students. Okay. The pride and gratitude in those moments gave the elders integrity instead of regret. And for the students, it was a lesson of valuing wisdom and experience. So you don't have to be retired to think about this stage. Every teacher is writing their story daily throughout their lessons, values, and their mentoring. Integrity is built by consistency, by kindness, and by contributing over time. And despair is often not about, failures, but about those missed chances to live fully or to give back. So encourage yourself and your students to keep creating, to keep contributing, to keep connecting. This builds integrity for the future. In the end, it's not the years in your life that counts, it's the life in your years. By whom is this sentence? I love this. If you do not know, it's said by Abraham Lincoln. It's a beautiful quote. In the end, it's not the years in your life that counts, it's the life in your years. I always quote this, and it's a beautiful sentence, and you should keep it with you. So, integrity isn't something you suddenly achieve at 60 or 70, it's built in your life every day. Every encouraging word, every mentoring moment, every act of service that you do adds up. And despair comes when we realize that it's too late, that we, stop contributing. So integrity comes when we never stopped. So remember that you need to keep on trying, keep on doing something. One reflective prompt for the end. Write down one action today your future self will thank you for. It could be anything. It could be a kind word, a lesson delivered with passion, or a support given to a colleague. These small acts act to the bigger story of your integrity. So every day make those small moments. I think you should, you should write. I do this activity and I tell in all my, most of my sessions that write 3 gratitude lines each day. And you see how wonderful you will feel, and do the same with your students. This is a great takeaway. It's a very small thing, but a very powerful thing for you and for your students. So on that note, integrity versus despair reminds us that teaching is not just a profession, it's a legacy. The story that you are writing today will be the reflection you hold tomorrow. So, across all these stages, from teenage building identity to young adults seeking intimacy to, say, midlife teachers contributing and elders reflecting, we see the same thread here. That's the deep need for what? Connections and meaning. And teachers can be those gentle guides answering those silent questions that our students have. So, in today's world of screen and silent struggles, remember a teacher with her mentoring skills or his mentoring skills is often the lifeline of a child's needs. That brings me to the end of this section where we've covered stage 1 to 8. And with that thought, let's move into practical mentoring frameworks and skills. And for that, we have Payal Gupta who will walk us through powerful principles you can start using right away. So over to you, Payal.
Thank you. Thank you, Simona. And yes, it was very, very interesting and connecting session. I hope we all, like I was also enjoying this too much. And same with you also. Yes, in the end, this is the summary sheet, you must say. What Megha and Simona both explained very well. Trust versus mistrust. Then the second stage, third stage. I mean, these all stages are very important. And I must say why we are doing these stages. What is the necessary? What is the requirement? Understanding Erikson's stages transform teachers from instructor into mentors, guides, and safe anchors. Students don't just remember what their teachers taught, they remember how their teachers made them feel about themselves. Exactly. Yeah, you can understand by going through all the stages that the teachers and the student, definitely both of them spend a lot of time all together. Student either spend maximum time in the house, and just because they are not getting virtue or they are not getting the environment that has been desired by the child, if the same thing happen in the school or the teacher is not able to understand the background of the child, then definitely the teacher will make some labels, and the child who want to bloom won't be able to bloom. Okay. Here I want to ask one question. Can you recall one teacher who made a deep impact on your life? Name of one teacher. Please write in the text. Yeah. And what quality of that particular teacher impacted NK sir? Right, Megha? And what particular quality? Any specific quality you like them because of that only quality you get in connect with the teacher? Any special quality that make him special? His belief in me, very wonderful. It shows the trust part, right? Okay. Anyway, yes, Nand sir, you want to say? Yeah, you can write. Jyoti ma'am, yes, yes. He demonstrated what can give meaning, right? Okay. So trust and helping nature, yes. Everyone is mentioning not about that, what the topic he explained, the teacher explanation, the knowledge of the teacher. You are not talking about that. You are talking about one extra thing, one extra feature that makes some connects, and just because of that connect you are able to remember them, and that makes you special as well, right? If teaching is about lighting a lamp, हम जनरली ये बोलते हैं कि टीचर्स एक स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में एक लैंप जलाने के जैसे होते हैं, तो व्हाट रोल डू मेंटरिंग एंड काउंसलिंग प्ले? फ्यूल, mastic, or oxygen? My question is, What role of mentoring and counseling play? Fuel, matchstick, or oxygen? Mentoring and counseling. Any clue? Yes, very well said. Oxygen. Oxygen. Very nice. Very nice. If a teacher becomes mentor and a counselor, I'm not talking about mental health issues that you need to counsel. I just want to say counseling, where the child can feel that, yes, somebody is there who will listen to me, right? So, yes, definitely, the child will feel like oxygen. When the child is in the situation of bottleneck, he is feeling that, oh my God, what I will do. At that moment, if teacher is there as a mentor, then definitely he can share. In this generation of screens and silent struggles, a teacher with mentoring and counseling skill can be the lifeline a child desperately needs. Why I mentioned over here is because, see, whatever knowledge teachers are having, it's priceless. No words for that. I can't say anything for that. But we need to understand that if there is some doubt by the child, then definitely he can ask, he can check for that on YouTube or tuition on anywhere. Though I am not promoting tuitions, but he can check. If you are able to create the connection with the child, then definitely the child will understand what the potential I am having. And if the child is able to understand what potential I am having, then only he will look for YouTube or any other class, or maybe he will come to you. I hope you all agree with it. Next slide, Megha. When we want or when we start the journey of teacher, no doubt teacher need to follow many principles, and when we are talking about these principles, we need to understand that teacher himself or herself is going through a very difficult journey. He is also having his um, family, then children, then various struggles. It can be health issues, so many things. But if you are passionate, then definitely you want to know what all principles are. First, trust and empathy. If the teacher is able to trust the child, and it is only possible when you are positive and you can understand the background, as mentioned, from 0 to 1, if the child is getting the love care, as my friend Megha explained, then only the child will get the trust. If the child is not getting the trust, it means there is some problem. And now if the teacher gives those trust to the child, in this relationship, if the child is getting that trust, then definitely the part that is lacking behind can be cultivated, right? Empathy, when the child condition is understood by the teacher. Now it is student based approach. It's student centric approach you are taking. You are teaching the child by just seeing what background is. Because see, all the students are not equal. Every time we used to say all the students are not equal. But what is the difference? Sometimes the background is different. His upbringing was not in the same environment than like others, or maybe his mental level is different. Maybe his grasping skills are different. If you are showing empathy, then definitely you can understand what the problem is. Right? Next, engagement and energy. Many times it happens that if you enter the school, if you have the energy, then you are able to show that energy to the child, and the child will also understand. He can also make the bond with you from that particular energy. It's about that you are giving some extra efforts. When the child is able to understand, yes, my teacher is also giving some extra efforts, and if she is expecting that efforts from me, then what's wrong in that? Then why not I am doing those efforts, right? Engagement. I read this quote that teachers help the child to learn the things. But when the teacher engage them in their activities, in the chapters, the way they schedule the program of the class, they do the class management. At that moment, they don't even learn, they just learn for the future, not as a topic, but what I can do with this in my future. Adaptability. COVID is the best example. Those teachers who were very comfortable to adapt the new techniques of online teaching and they are very comfortable for that, then definitely they do wonders. Without wasting time, a lot of teachers, they are doing good sessions, they are doing good engagement program by online platform, and learners they are obviously getting so many things by this online platform, right? Next, communication and collaboration. Definitely, what you want to give to the student, it depends on your communication style. If you have the very in a straight line, your communication is just in a straight line, no variations are there, then definitely the child will not feel interested, because for them at some point the program become little boring. Is it yes or no? Yeah. If your frequency is different, if there are a lot of modulations, if you are using very impressive words, connecting words, then definitely the child will feel that yes, this topic is important, I have to do this. And if you show collaboration with them, you call them to explain the topic, then all the child will be like, I don't know when my name will be called. So the collaboration, communication, both are very important as a principle of teaching, isn't it? TEACH. Now we'll talk about H. H is holistic growth and patience. Yes, teaching is a very precious and very important role-playing profession. If you yourself feel that I am playing such an important role, then certainly your level, you will keep your level here. And no matter about what the others are saying, you will show the patience. Maybe that some child is creating some disturbance in the class. Here I want to say one real story that, in fact, when I was in 12th, we were having one student supposed to be backbencher at that moment. That only that time, not now. That time he was as a backbencher, and our class teacher, she was newly wed, and whenever teacher came, and she was our economics teacher. So whenever she enters in the class, the boy used to give some comments or some teasing words. A teacher, every rest of the other teachers, they keep him go out of my class. Tum class mein mat baitho, you are disturbing the class. Rest of the teachers, they behave like this. But the economics teacher, she used to just simply smile. She never say, you are bothering me, you are disturbing the class. With full patience, she always just teaching the chapter. And after our pre-boards, I came to know that particular fellow, he was not able to clear his boards. And after that, by the Facebook, I came to know that he is CA now, right? So I was really very surprised. How can a backbencher and a failure who was failed in pre-boards and now he is a CA and working in abroad, how is it possible? Then I called. He told me after our pre-boards, when we were having preparatory leave, teacher called me, then what you will do after this? What is your aim? My career is set, and what you will do? He was literally crying. He said, nobody is there in my family who is able to make me understand, who understands me. A lot of commotions are there, and so many different things. Coming in short, that due to patience, the teacher make him understand that I will help you. I will help you in business studies and economics. And accounts, you do yourself, and maths, you do yourself by tuitions or by from where. And in these two subjects, teacher help him. And when the teacher create confidence in the child, then the child himself, because somebody is giving so much focus on the child, right? So much focus on the student. Now the student feel that I am special. I can do something. That's why my teacher is giving so much pain and she is encouraging me. She is taking out so much time for me, isn't it? Now he has done his CA and having a good career and good married life also. Quoting the story over here is just to show holistic growth and patience. Instead of blaming, instead of giving him label or giving him any kind of punishment, teacher shows patience, and just because of that, he is having a good career now. This is what the role of patience is. Next, encouragement efforts. Yes, I mentioned that how teachers show efforts and how she encouraged the child. Next, reflection and listening to the child, listening the background story. Sometimes it could be boring, sometimes it could be you feel that maybe he is creating a story to get sympathy, but again without any judgment, you need to listen, right? Next, sparks curiosity and passion. Without curiosity you can't develop why I am doing this topic. The why of any topic is very important. Many times it happens that the way you are creating the why and how it has to be done, both the things are different. For example, suppose I'm maths teacher and I'm going to teach you trigonometry. Now, after entering in the class, I'm saying, minded, this is very difficult topic. This particular topic, I took 6 to 7 days only to remember the formulas. This is very important. This is, you have to do lot of efforts and you have to be very serious, alert. I know the idea behind is to create alertness, to create focus for this topic. But sometimes you need to understand those students who are not doing good. By understanding, by listening to this kind of statements, the curiosity get down. The child will feel that this is not my cup of tea, right? Next, here we talk about all the principles of teachers. Now we need to understand, if a teacher want to become mentor, what 5 E's are there that helps them? Empathy, we talked just about empathy, to understanding the emotions and struggle of the student. Then only we can understand them, then only we can guide them. If we are able to understand what they are going through, then only we can make a way for them. We can help them. Yes, this will be suitable for you. Yes, you can do this. Right? Encouragement, effective engagement, making learning active, joyful with open-ended questions, participation to ensure involvement. Few minutes back, I was talking about trigonometry, right? And the teacher create an environment. Because of that, the student become fearful. Okay, what about this topic? Instead of that, how it is if the teacher take the topic from known to unknown, whatever the student is aware about, and from that to the unknown topic, what she is planning to teach. By doing this, the student will not be fearful. When you are talking something known to a child, then definitely the student will feel, okay, ये तो मुझे आता है, ये तो मुझे आता है, मैं कर लूंगा. The day you will start with known to unknown, then definitely the child will be in the process and the child will feel, okay, fine, ये तो थोड़ा सा इससे मुश्किल है. जब ये हो गया तो ये भी हो जाएगा. I can also do, right? Clarity of objective. What to teach, when to teach, how to teach. Many times it happens that when you enter in the class, the mood of the class is not to take the chapter the way you want actually. So if you add some humor, if you add some little bit of jokes or anything that create the environment light, right? Then it will be easy for the student to understand, to grasp the topic, isn't it? what to teach means कितना आपको पढ़ाना है, कितना आपने उसमें कवर करना है. It's not about that this is my syllabus and just I have to just run through because मुझे तो syllabus खत्म करना है. If you are just taking the topics and you are giving the concepts, rest question the student will do automatically, because now he is able to understand what the concept is. But if you are just loading them with so many questions and you are feeling that मैंने तो course complete करा दिया, then definitely there is no bond between you and your student, and the child will not able to understand the topic. How to teach? Of course, different students are of different capability. Some of them, they are visual learner, some are auditory learner, right? Some are kinesthetic learner. So involve them with their work. If you are able to create a colorful presentation of your work, of that particular subject using smart boards and all, then definitely the student will eager to learn them more, right? So different when we are talking about different E's, then empowering and experiential learning is also main points of this. When we are talking about empowering, then it's about जब मैं किसी को पढ़ा रही हूँ, when I am taking one topic, उसका transfer क्या हो रहा है? What is going to you? Whether it is positive transfer, whether it is negative transfer or zero transfer. When it was a fearful environment in the class about the topic trigonometry, then definitely it's a negative transfer. Some of the children will be fearful and they will feel, oh, this is very difficult, I won't be able to do. जिसने ये बोला I won't be able to do, it will be zero transfer. But when you shift the topic from known to unknown, then definitely it will be positive transfer. So you have to empower the learners by using these small tips so that you will be as a mentor of your child. Every teacher just like I asked this question to you, recall one teacher. Every teacher want in any session or in any workshop, if somebody asks, my student need to call my name. Everyone want to that. So if we are having all those qualities and we need to add little bit of them, these mentoring ease, right? Then it will be like icing on the cake, cherry on the cake. और एक इसको बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल से हम समझते हैं कि जब मम्मा हमें खाना सर्व करती हैं, वो बहुत यमी होता है. वही सेम खाना अगर हम खुद से सर्व करते हैं, तो वो यमी नहीं होता. इट इज़ जस्ट बिकॉज़ मम्मा का उसमें लव होता है. सेकंड, उसमें मम्मा 1 स्पून ऑफ घी उसके ऊपर स्प्रेड करती है. एंड दैट 1 स्पून ऑफ घी इज़ 5 E's that every teacher need to understand to become a mentor. You know the topic, you know your subject very well. I am not here to teach you about your subject. I am here to make you from teacher to a mentor. How can you become a mentor? And not only mentor, a counselor as well. Learning style, I mentioned, yes, we need to connect our students, connect the chapters with these different learning styles, right? So visual, auditory, kinesthetic, yes. And when we talk about counselor, और जैसे कि अभी गणेश चतुर्थी होके गई है, तो we need to understand कि हम गणेश जी को जब यहाँ लेकर आते हैं, विराजमान करते हैं, तो हमें उनसे क्या सीखना चाहिए? टीचर एज गणेशा. हम पेरेंट्स को भी टीचर बोलते हैं. इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि सिर्फ टीचर्स होते हैं. आप भी पेरेंट्स हैं. जो टीचर्स हैं वो पेरेंट्स भी हैं, राइट? सो गणेशा से हमारी लर्निंग एज अ पेरेंट, एज अ टीचर क्या हो सकती है? दैट मेक्स अस काउंसलर्स एज वेल, who can give first aid to our children, to our students. Big ears as patient listener. जब बच्चा कुछ सुनाता है, कुछ कहता है, we need to understand them. By listening them, by giving our ears to them, we can create a rapport. We can, means there will be a bond there in our relationship of teacher student. Definitely that teacher will understand what the problem of child is, and the child will feel कि somebody is there who is listening, and yes, she will help me as well, right? large head wisdom and knowledge that all teachers are having. Learning new things. If you feel that, yes, because see, it's VUCA world. Life is changing. The education system is changing day by day. You have lot of wisdom, you have lot of knowledge, no doubt about it. But learning new techniques, learning you new learning style, teaching style will help you definitely. One task that retain the good, let go the rest. If your student, suppose he is doing good in one subject, or he has done some mistake in let's say in sports period he has done some mistake, so don't think about that, don't label them, don't feel that ये बच्चा तो ऐसा ही है, right? So one task means retain the good, student centric approach here you want, retain the good only. Yes, every child can do this. If you are able to deliver in your child, in your student, then definitely they will do wonders. Small eyes, focused vision means any good activity or action has been done by your student, then praise him. Your praise will make him to build his confidence level or to the next level. Trunk, flexibility in approach. Flexibility in approach is, suppose, again, if I take the example of COVID, where you are adaptable, you are flexible in your approach, or delivering the session, then definitely you can do wonders. Not only this, sometime you need to be strict, sometime you need to be soft, just like mother. That's why we say कि teacher गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु, तभी हमने गुरु को ईश्वर की जगह स्पेस दी है, ऐसे ही नहीं श्लोक बन गए हैं. सो वी नीड टू बी फ्लेक्सिबल फॉर देम, राइट? मोदक, रिवॉर्ड ऑफ लर्निंग. द चाइल्ड नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, यस शी इज माई मेंटर, ये मुझे जो सिखा रही है, आई नीड टू ट्रस्ट. वो ट्रस्ट तभी डेवलप होता है व्हेन यू अप्रिशिएट देयर वर्क, when you appreciate their efforts. Sometimes it happens that let the child is in fifth standard, right? He has made some projects. Another child who take the help of his mother, right? Your observant eyes, small focused eyes, you are very much aware that who has done himself and who has taken help. Now it's your wisdom to whom you want to appreciate. If you just looking at the beauty of that project, or you actually seen the whatever efforts has been taken, right? If you are able to focus by having focused vision, if you will appreciate that child, then definitely the child will do the work himself. Otherwise, the second fellow who has done himself get the message that take the help of your parents, the project will be very beautiful, you will get good grades, and there is no headache at all. So I hope these all qualities, if you imbibe, then definitely you will be a good counselor, you will be a good mentor for your students. Next.
So that's it.
These.
Thank you, Payal. And thank you, Simona. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, open for questions. You have questions for Payal, for me, for Simona, you can post them. Meanwhile, we are also posting the Google attendance form. So you need to fill that, only then please leave, because without that Google form information, we will not be able to issue certificates to you. So that is the most important thing that you need to do before leaving. And yes, you can also unmute and give your questions if you have any. These are our Instagram QR codes. Do follow us there. Yes, Kanika,
I
can
would
unmute
like
us.
to confirm ask from Payal ma'am. Like she was discussing known to unknown. What does it mean? Like when it comes to the part of teacher, like we are creating the unknown topic known to the students. That's what my understanding is. I'm unable to understand why you use known to unknown. Like, what does it exactly mean over here?
He's asking
Okay.
the method that you said na, to move from known to unknown.
Mm.
So that she wants to understand again.
Right, right.
Okay.
What does exactly mean?
Okay, so known to unknown means, as I mentioned, let's talk about algebra, right? Algebra is a subject. If I create a fearful environment, then definitely the child will not understand the topic. And if we take the topic very smartly, in algebra, let's say a plus b ka whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So if I talk about ki, you remember in previous class we did addition, how we do the questions, and after that, or simplification questions, right? Just this is just an example. हमने simplification questions किए थे. Now we are taking constant. उसमें तो हमें numbers पता होते थे, right? लेकिन अब हम बात कर रहे हैं कॉन्स्टेंट्स की, हम बात कर रहे हैं वेरिएबल्स की, ठीक है? तो इट्स हार्डली मैटर, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस आएगा. सो नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सिंप्लीफिकेशन, तो वहाँ हमने नंबर्स लिए और अब हम वेरिएबल्स में आ गए, ठीक है? तो स्टूडेंट ने वो सिंप्लीफिकेशन पिछले साल किया था. अब हमने जब वेरिएबल्स ऐड किए, तो वेरिएबल्स उसके लिए बहुत ईजी हो जाएगा. उसको ये नहीं लगेगा कि ओके व्हाट इज दिस ए प्लस बी, ये क्या होता है? ए प्लस बी हमने तो इंग्लिश में पढ़ा था, अब यहाँ पर भी आ गया ए बी सी डी. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? Yes, Kanika, are you able to, I
It
mean,
is clear.
relate with this example?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions in the audience? I have also shared the Google, and I'm also waiting for done. Once you have filled the Google form of attendance, please mention done here so that we know that we can go ahead. Yeah, I'll be checking all the dones in the end. I would also like to share something about our upcoming sessions. So in the month of November, we plan to come up with 3 more sessions on these topics. And thank you everyone who has joined here today. And stay tuned in the WhatsApp group that we have formed. We will be sharing further details about this upcoming session. Please give your feedback also here. Even now, we'll be happy to listen. How did you like the session today? Did you like the content? Did you like the facilitators? Was it useful to you? Could you make some notes? Please, we are waiting for some feedback here, all 3 of us.
We would love to have takeaways also.
Yes.
What is it that you like most? So do share or unmute and speak also would be lovely.
If you have any questions about the upcoming sessions, even that I would like to say. Where can we find your another session? So thank you, Ramamani. And we are the sessions that we are going to say is these are upcoming sessions. Divine Grace Cuso, your query here. So we will be coming up with the new sessions in the month of November. This is our first for you all teachers here. And we'll be keeping it regular. So stay tuned in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Kanchan.
I would request everyone to stay in the group for upcoming whatever activities that we're having. If you leave the group, you will miss out on it. So stay in the group and we'll keep posting. We have these are the upcoming, and we'll definitely have more also. So be in the group and
I would like to take a photograph of all the participants, if you may. Can all of you quickly put on your video? Let us have a group photo. Thank you, Harris. Thank you, Priya. You are always on the video. Thank you so much. Claire, Nisha, Asha, Zareen, thank you.
Those who don't switch on their videos, no certificates.
No certificates. Come on,
Quickly.
teachers.
Quickly, just 1 minute. Wherever
Wow,
you are, anything, you're lying down also is fine. Just one picture, quick.
picture. Wow. Thank you so much. I am just loving the energy, loving all the photos. Ready? I am waiting for Sapna, Rakhi, Elisina. Yes, thank you so much. I'll go to the next page. Meanwhile, ye page wale put on your videos. Here, let me see who all are present. Jayashri, Meenal, Rashmi, Reshma, Michelle, Arul, Smithal. Please put on. I'm waiting for you guys. You can see your names. Thank you, Arul, for your feedback. Thank you, Kanchan. Yes. Priyanka Pereira, Sunil Nambiar, Alcina Fonesca. Come on. Love to see your faces. And also fill the form. I'm again reminding you, do not miss on filling the Google form.
Lovely,
Okay?
And
beautiful, smiling faces. Lovely.
Yes.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
while filling the Google form, be mindful with the name. Whatever name you want on the
Yes.
certificate, please write with your surname as well. And the spelling, please check once because this will all be, uh, yes, we are not going to change it again.
And now, time for feedback. Come on. Now that you have opened your video, please also unmute yourself and do share. How did you like the session? Will you like some more of like these sessions? Or you have
Yeah,
any
hello.
questions about the upcoming topics?
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak? Audible?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you for this wonderful session. And I think there was this concept of mentoring. So I think we have to work towards that. That's the key takeaway. Other than knowing all the stages that you explained to us also. So though we are vulnerable, though the students are, under us, but it's good to mentor them. And that's what, like as facilitators, that's what teaching should be. So, but then we need to work towards it. It doesn't happen. I think it's quite challenging. And though we try, but I think we still have a long way to go to be true mentors as such, because we grew up with teachers who were like giving us a whole lot of stuff, but not in the true sense as mentors. We did learn, but I think now we are putting some extra efforts to go in that direction of being mentors. So I think that we all need to work upon. Thank you for this wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that feedback. And I mean, the thought of uh, taking that step only, that you want to learn and you want to adapt to newer ways, is the thought is enough. So thank you for taking that step.
Here, I want to add one small little line. If you really feel that, yes, I am a change maker, then your energy level will be superb. And definitely, you will get uh, any idea. Or I must say, sometimes it happens that you feel that this child is very hard nut to crack, right? So, when you are having that thing in mind, yes, I am a change maker. मुझे कुछ करने के लिए बनाया गया है. I have some purpose. I have, because at the time of no 60 plus, when I will be on my retirement age, and when all the students will give good feedbacks. See, in the end of the session, definitely we also want the feedback. So at that moment, you will also require the feedback of your students. So if you feel that energy, then certainly you will be a true mentor for your students.
Anyone else who would like to share anything or would have like to ask anything, or and please make sure that you fill the forms or else we'll wind up if everyone is done with it.
I think most of must have done it already.
We'll also
So,
share it. Okay, please go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, we'll have to. I was just winding up. So, yeah, give that piece of information that you will.
No. I
Uh,
said just make sure of the form and that's it.
yeah. Friends, we'll appreciate if you give the feedback on our Google page link. We have mentioned our Google page link as well with the names also. अगर आप करेंगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, and that will be as uh, as a trophy for us, I must say.
That will stay with us. So yes, we would love that, and it will help us do better work and deliver better for you. So do share. Yes, Megha, you can go ahead.
So then, yeah. So we'll dismiss today's session right now. And thank you so much again from our bottom of our hearts. And stay tuned in the group. We will be posting all our upcoming sessions, though even it may be for teachers, for parents, for teenagers. We keep on doing such sessions, training sessions. So yeah, stay updated there. Thank you and bye. Good night.
Thank you and happy weekend.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Bye-bye.
for joining in today.
Thank you so much thank you so much for your